Hello there, friends. Welcome once again to Naanabas. And if you have joined us for the first time today, I want to welcome you warm. On the menu today is curried goat stew. We just returned from grocery shopping and I bought a whole lot of goat meat to meet the curry goat. So let's get our hands washed and begin.
Yes, my friend. So if you missed the preceding video to this one, which is when we went shopping for the goat meat and some other ingredients, please watch it. It is linked below in the description box, and I also have a pinned comment with it. So what I do first to clean up my meat thoroughly is I soak it in hot water from the tap for about 10 minutes. And then I drain it and I throw the water away. Then I rinse it again with some more hot water from the tap. I want to really make sure that the meat is thoroughly cleansed. Then I clean my bowl with my soap and my water, and then I also pour the drained meat into the bowl. And I also clean my sink. Every time you deal with fresh meat, please make sure you get on that soap and clean things up. Now I am drizzling the juice of half a lemon onto the meat, whose purpose is to tame the gaminess of the goat meat and also begin tenderizing it. So I have half a teaspoon of freshly crushed black pepper, followed by a tablespoonful of turmeric. And then I also have my curry powder. That's 2 tablespoons full of. That's the part of the star ingredients. And then I also have granulated garlic. And I'm using granulated, not fresh, to marinate it because I will be searing this meat and I don't want to burn the garlic when I do so. Now I also have my salt, and I have a tablespoonful of salt, and the amount you use is per your own preference. Now this is garam masala, which is going to really help enhance that curry flavor because it's so intense. I also have my Dijon mustard, which is also going to help to tame the gaminess of the goat meat. So yeah, you want to wear gloves or a glove to mix all your ingredients in because the turmeric has the tendency to stain your fingernails or your hands as well as your surfaces. So be careful with that. So I have a whole onion here, medium size, and I have 2 Serrano chilies, 1 fresh bay leaf, and I also have about 4 sprigs of fresh thyme. Now, if you don't have fresh thyme, please use the dry one. That'll be just fine. And I have half a teaspoon of aniseed or cuisine, 4 cloves of garlic, and my ginger, which comes to about a thumb size and a half. So I chop all my ingredients. I don't blend them up, and that's because I really want to caramelize these quickly. And also when you blend the ingredients, they tend to become sharper, and I want mild flavors today. So now I have my pot over medium heat, and I've poured in some vegetable oil, and I've added my thyme, followed by my aniseed or cuisine, as well as my bay leaf to perfume the oil before I sear the meat. Now the meat is ready. It's been marinating for about 30 minutes. So I'm just going to pour them into this pot here and create my sear. Now I'm searing the meat to trap the juices in within the actual muscle of the meat. Very important step. You want your meat to be juicy and tasty. Way to go. Now I'm adding my salt. I didn't add the salt before because the salt tends to pull the moisture out of the meat, which will defeat the entire purpose of searing it. You don't want your meat to be wet when you're searing. You want it to be nice and dry. So that's why I held off on the salt. So this is the perfect time to add the salt. And you're going to sear for about 8 to 10 minutes until you have that golden brown on the outer layer of the meat. And this is what I mean right there. Perfect. So we are ready for the next step, which is when we add the chopped ingredients. And we give it a stir again, and we're going to cover it. Now at this point, we also at some point need to deglaze the pot. So as you can see, there is some really delicious drippings on the bottom of the pot. We will deglaze it with some moisture eventually. So we'll cover it and let it cook
until those chopped ingredients are nicely caramelized. And then we turn the heat down at this point to the lowest setting. We are about to deglaze the pot. So I have rinsed the marinating bowl with 2 cups of water, and I've poured it in. And now at this point, all those beautiful, delicious drippings will just be lifted right off the bottom of the pan. We'll cover and cook for 45 minutes until the goat is nice and fork tender. There we go. See that? Now you can use goat that doesn't have the skin on, but I prefer the skin on because then I know I'm really eating goat. So that's just me. See how fork tender it is after 45 minutes, and it is delicious. So I tasted the meat. It has a beautiful structure. It has a beautiful texture as well. So you don't want to overcook the goat. You want it just to be fork tender, but have that structure to it. I tasted the broth as well, and it was perfect. This is the right time to add more seasoning if you taste and you feel like you need it. Now also add Yukon Gold potatoes to thicken the sauce around the meat, and also to make it heartier, right? Yeah, we want this to be nice and rich and perfect. So cover it and cook for 10 more minutes until the potatoes are nice and tender and have thickened your sauce. It is perfect. I add my garnish, which is some onions, half the onions from the beginning. So we only chopped up half of it. We had a whole onion, we chopped off half, and then we left the other half and added some bell peppers of different colors to it, and well, that's our garnish. So we turn the heat off at this point because we want our garnish to remain crunchy and fresh. Voila, cover it and let the residual heat finish off the cooking. We are done. I served this with some steamed coconut basmati rice, and let me tell you, it was a gorgeous dish, very elegant. See how thickened the sauce has become? It's from the potatoes. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, try this recipe, please. I would love for you to do so and tell me how it goes. I appreciate you for watching, and as always, make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen.